Rule number one, you gotta believe you're that girl to be that girl. You know what I mean? Your lack of self-confidence could literally be the reason you're not where you want to be. And if this year is a year you want to change your life and start living the dreams that are on your vision board, listen up, because I'm going to give you 5 ways that you can start to improve your self-confidence so you can start showing up as that girl. Hello beautiful ladies, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I've got a new little addition. My sister brought me this perfect pink microphone. I'm so excited to use it, and honestly this is just a testament as well of having the right people around you, because this was a random gift. I did not ask for a mic. I've never spoken about a mic with my sister, so the fact that she just knew I started this YouTube channel and bought this mic for me, I'm truly so grateful, and she watches my videos. So Tia, love you long time, girl. My first tip for you ladies is to start doing the things you said you was gonna do. Okay, this is the real tea. If you're a girly who currently says you're going to start going to the gym, says you're going to start eating healthy, says you're going to start doing your skincare, says you're going to start incorporating your morning routine, you're going to start becoming a morning person, but those things haven't actually happened, or now it's your 3rd year saying you're going to focus on your fitness goals and you only manage to go to the gym maybe like 3-4 times a year, or you only get 1 good month out of the year where you're actually consistent with the gym, that is stopping you from having that inner self-confidence with yourself. Because when you start doing the things you say you're going to do, it genuinely starts to build that confidence in yourself. Because if you think about it, right, if you're saying, okay, this is my goal, I'm going to start doing this, but you don't actually start doing this, subconsciously in your body's going to know you're not serious. Your track record isn't straight. So you're subconsciously not going to have that confidence in yourself because you haven't actually shown up and done the things that you said you wanted to do in the past. And this can be really small things, and this can be really big things as well. And sometimes I feel for the most part, for a lot of people, they're maybe better at doing the bigger goals, right? Or the bigger changes that they need to do. But when it comes to the small habit changes, for example, maybe like having a morning routine, maybe not snoozing your alarm every day, maybe going to sleep at a normal time and not going into that TikTok hole at nighttime when you're trying to go to sleep. Those are the small habits that can really change your life. Something I always say to my coaching clients when it comes to mindset is that it is truly the little things that you do every day that make all the difference, right? I think sometimes when it comes to transforming your life, when it comes to trying to achieve those bigger goals, we always think that we need to take huge steps. We need to change big things about us, when really it's the little things that you're doing every day. It's the 1% that you're improving every day that is going to build up that consistency, and that is in turn going to build that self-confidence in yourself as well. So like I said, if you've been saying that you're going to start your gym journey or start your fitness journey, if you've been saying that you're going to stop ordering Deliveroo, you're going to start cooking more, you're going to start eating healthy, and these little things you haven't started doing for yourself, maybe you've got bad skin and you want to start getting into a consistent skincare routine, but you haven't. Every night you go to sleep without doing your skincare routine. Every time you wake up, you get in the shower. Maybe, you wash your face, but there's no actual skincare routine. These are the little things that if you start doing what you say you're going to do, I promise you that confidence in yourself is going to start to grow, because subconsciously you're going to know in yourself when you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. And in any case, you want to be that girl, right? You want to be that girl that when she says she's going to do something, when she puts her mind to something, it gets done. We don't want to just be having empty words where we say things and they don't mean a lot. They don't hold a lot of weight, because we know, and the people around us know, we say a lot of things, not a lot of things get done. You don't want to have that kind of reputation. So that's your first gem when it comes to building your self-confidence this year. My second tip, look good, feel good. Now, I'm not going to say that I have never struggled with self-confidence at any part of my life, but I'm definitely someone from a young age. I've had a lot of confidence in myself. I just go and do things that at the time may seem completely bonkers to other people, especially at certain ages when I've done things. But truly, I've always had the confidence to do whatever I believe I can do or whatever I feel like I should do for myself. Now, when it comes to looking good and feeling good, because I have that inner confidence, I've got that kind of confidence in myself where I would leave the house looking any type of way, in my pajamas, in my bonnet, in my Crocs, anyway, because in my heart, I'm thinking, who's going to check me, boo?
Before you get checked.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Like, if I walk out looking like this, I know how I can look. I know how I look when I'm put together. So me going to the shop in my pajamas, in my bonnet, looking crazy, I don't care what anybody has to say, because I know myself still. right? And that's a great confidence to have, and we're going to use that in other areas. But I promise you, this is something for me personally that I've been working on for like the last 6 months or so. And there truly is something about looking put together every time you leave the house, even if it's just to run errands, even if it's just to quickly go to the shop, that makes you feel good about yourself. And you truly don't need to do the most, okay? For me personally, what I tend to do as a minimum now every time I leave is one, run a brush through my hair. Even if I just clip it up, I'm not doing something too fancy, but I'm not going out in my bonnet, or I'm not going out with my hair, from the night before, not done, not touched or anything. Put some earrings in. I usually will do a little lip liner, a little lip gloss, and depending on how I feel, I might quickly just brush through my eyebrows, put on a little bit of mascara, but that's honestly it. That's something that can take me 5 to 10 minutes to do, and when I go out, you just have that confidence in yourself because you know that you look good. Even though you maybe rolled out of bed 20 minutes before, or even though you're just quickly run into the shop, you know that you look good. You know that if you bump into anyone, you're not going to be thinking, oh, today of all days when they see me looking bummy and crazy like this, because you're going to know that you look good. Even when it comes to the clothes I wear, I might still wear loungewear. I might still wear some joggers and a jumper or even a gym set, but I'm going to put it on with a nice coat. I'm going to put some sunglasses on. I'm going to put some glasses on just to add that little bit of edge to make myself look good and feel good. And it sounds like a superficial thing to do, right? We're focusing on how our body is on the outside, but like I said, it does something for your inside. It's like you're doing something superficial on the outside to improve how you feel about yourself on the inside. Because the truth really is, when you feel like you look good, you feel good. You feel like you're that girl. You feel like nobody can check you. It's just that inner confidence in yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you're leaving your house. It's like you're taking pride in how you look, even if you're just running errands real quick. So I want you to challenge yourself. If you're someone like me, and please comment down in the comments below if you are someone like me who has history of leaving the house looking crazy, looking however, like you don't care how the outside world see you. You're going to step out, you're going to do your errands, you're going to go to the shop, you're going to come back home and it's nobody's business. If you are that person, like I said, let me know down in the comments. But I challenge you for the next couple of months to just put a little bit of intention before you go outside. Like I said, even if it's just a little earring, a little bit of lip gloss, fixing your hair up real quick, maybe putting on a nice coat instead of, like a tracksuit and a bomber jacket, or your Crocs, for example. Just put 5 to 10 minutes of effort into your look and tell me how you feel then when you leave the house, and tell me how that changes your confidence. Because honestly, like I said, for me, it's something that I kind of underestimated because of that inner confidence I had in myself, but it's something that now I absolutely swear by when it comes to building self-confidence. Number 3, I want you to balance compassion and accountability. Okay? I feel like most people these days are too easy on themselves, or you're on the other side of the spectrum where you're too hard on yourself. And for me growing up, I've definitely been on the other side where I've been too hard on myself at times when I should have given myself grace. I was very hard on myself, getting onto myself, kind of adding more stress onto the situation. But finding that balance between compassion and accountability is really going to help you build your self-confidence. And I feel like this comes from actually having self-awareness. Because if you're not self-aware, it's very easy for you to let your excuses rule your life the whole time. For example, if you've been saying now for the past year, for the past couple of years, that you're going to focus on your fitness journey, you're going to focus on your body goals, but you haven't, it's very easy to be like, oh, but work, or oh, I've been tired, or I've been stressed, or I don't have the time. Everybody's favorite excuse, you don't have the time. It's very easy to be over compassionate and to give yourself too much grace, when really you could actually be holding yourself accountable. Really, you're going to be real with yourself and know, you know what, I actually do have the time. I'm just lazy, or I just haven't wanted to go, or I've thought about going and then decided against it. So being self-aware enough to know when, okay, you need to give yourself some time, space, and grace. And then on the other hand, knowing when you need to hold yourself accountable, and knowing when you need to be like, you know what, girl, you could have done that. Tomorrow, you're going to do different. Tomorrow, we're going to be different, or we're going to go about that in a different situation, is going to help you to build that self-confidence, because it's going to help you be honest with yourself, especially if you've got people around you that are not being honest with you. If you've got people pleasers around you, if you've got people that also don't have self-confidence in their self, which is another tip I'm going to get into in a second, then it can be very easy for them to just tell you what you want to hear, right? Or, if you've got goals and they know that you're slacking, or you know that you're slacking and you're talking about it, they're going to feed into your excuses as well. They're going to say, oh, babes, it's fine. We're still young. We've got time. This, that, X, Y, Z, and the other. When really, maybe you just need to be told, babe, you know what? You're actually being friggin' lazy. Or babe, you know what? This was important to you. This is something that you want to achieve. So why aren't you doing it? really and truly. Because if it's something that you really want, you're going to prioritize it. A quote that I saw the other day that really, really just stuck with me is, what you don't change, you're choosing. So let's just stick to the example here of your body goals, your fitness goals. If you want to change your body, if you want to change your level of fitness, but you're not changing anything about it, you're not actively doing anything different, you're choosing to be where you are right now. And that's a hard pill to swallow, because that accountability comes back to you. It's not anyone else's fault, because it means that it's your choice. This is what you're choosing. Every day when you wake up and you choose to maybe snooze your alarm and not get to the gym before work, you choose to maybe come home straight from work and not go to the gym after, whatever it may be, if that's what you're choosing, then you need to be okay with accepting the results of that choice, which is you staying in the same position. My next tip for you lovely ladies when it comes to building self-confidence is to reflect on your success often. In general, I feel like we're not really taught to look back and to reflect on things that we have actually achieved. And it can be so easy, like I said, to be hard on yourself when you fail, when you don't achieve your goals, etc. But there's so many things that we do achieve, again, on the smaller scale and on the bigger scale. Something for me that I always like to focus on when it comes to my success is those smaller mindset changes where I see growth has happened, right? Like if a situation happens and a few years ago you would have dealt with that situation completely different. Maybe you're a crash out babe, maybe you would have gone crazy, started shouting at people, started arguing, but now a similar situation has happened and you handled it like a boss, you handled it like a girl that's in her feminine energy, you didn't crash out. That is progress and success that you need to focus on. And I think it's important when you're trying to build confidence in yourself to remind yourself that there are times when you have been that girl, there are times when you have been successful, when you have stuck to the program, when you have stuck to the plan and you have achieved your goals, whatever those goals may have been. And like I said, this can be on a smaller scale, it can be on a bigger scale as well. And I think what's really important is making sure that when you look back, you really do as well focus on times when you took that risk for yourself. So like I said, for me, I'm someone that's definitely always had that go-getter personality from really early on. And truly, I think that this has come from a number of things. For the most part, it's my personality. On a huge side as well, it is the way I've been brought up, the kind of resilience that I've been brought up with. But I actually dropped out of college in my second year, essentially because a teacher challenged me and she kind of questioned me that I wasn't going to be able to do or achieve what I wanted to do. So then I was just like, all right, well, I don't need college then. I'm going, bye. So just to give you some context. So I'm in the UK and over here we have UCAS, which is essentially your application process for university. And in my second year of college, I had my classes and then we also had tutor period, and this was at a random time. So maybe I would have 2-3 classes in the morning and then I would have a tutor period at like 3 o'clock. And that meant me going home after my classes, coming all the way back to college to do this UCAS applications when at the time I did not want to go to university. So I wasn't going because I thought, I don't want to go to university. This is a waste of my time. I don't like my time being wasted. And at this point, I was 17. I was already working. I was already traveling. At this point, 17 was a year that I really traveled. I went on my first solo trip at 17. At this point, I remember I had been on about 3 to 4 holidays already. I think that year I went to Amsterdam twice. So I was doing my thing, okay? I was exploring, I was racking up my flight miles, and I was just really getting out there and seeing the world. And had so many opportunities to experience things because some of my bestest friends that I'm still best friends with now that I was working with at the time were a few years older than me. So they was able to travel, unlike kind of the rest of my friends my age that maybe were not working, were just in college full time, etc. So one time they pulled me in and was like, girl, why are you not coming to these tutor lessons? I told them, I don't want to go to university. And my tutor kind of looked at me like, so what are you going to do then? And I was like, right now, I just want to travel. I want to explore. And that's just my vibe for right now. And she was just kind of like, well, are you going to have the money to do that? Like, how are you going to afford to do that, essentially? And this is me obviously knowing that I've already been on 3 to 4 holidays this year. I already had a few more holidays planned. And I was just thinking, this tutor, who probably goes on 1 to 2 holidays a year, respectfully, I felt like, one, she didn't believe in me, and that made me believe in myself even more. And that made me literally double down. I left college. I never went back. I don't even think I announced to them that I was leaving. I just didn't go back. And then I carried on my traveling. From then, within the next year, I did my personal training qualification. I became a personal trainer. A couple years later, I set up my own online coaching business. And now, 7 to 8 years later, I still have my online coaching business. I've been able to not work for anybody else but myself. I still travel and I'm still living my best life. So for me, when I look back at my success and my achievements, that's a moment where I took a risk. I bet on myself. I had that self-confidence in myself. And if I hadn't, I probably would have been made to stay in college. I probably would have been made to apply for university, even though it's not the route that I wanted to go down. And now when I'm saying this story, guys, I'm not saying that university isn't for everyone. It definitely has its benefits, but I wasn't sure that I wanted to do one thing at this point. And my best friend had actually finished uni that year. She did a dance degree, and then now she is a yacht broker. She never once did a job that had anything to do with dance. And it kind of made me realize, like, oh my God, I could do a degree and not even do anything to do with that degree and, have wasted 4 years of my life being all this debt for what? So I took the bet on myself. And without self-confidence, I wouldn't have believed in myself enough to take that bet on yourself, which is why it's so important to look back and to really think about the times where you took a risk. Maybe you did go to uni, but maybe you went to a uni that was really far away from your hometown, that was a completely different environment. Maybe you took a gap year and you took a minute to rest, to travel and to explore and to do your own thing before you actually committed to uni. But whatever it is, do take a minute and do try to pencil it in often, maybe every quarter, every few months, just to look back and really think about the success and the achievements that you have already, and just instill in yourself that, you know what, you are still that girl. Even though we're still learning, evolving and becoming, you still have been that girl, and you just need to keep channeling that energy on a daily basis to get to the next level. My last tip for you beautiful girls is to evaluate your circle. Okay, this is so important when it comes to success, when it comes to leveling up. You want to make sure that the people around you have the same mindset, have the same intentions, even if it's not in the same field. Maybe they're living their life maybe they're on a different journey, but at the end of the day, you still have those core values that are the same. If you're around people that don't have confidence in themselves, how can you trust that they're going to have confidence in you as well? Because it's more than likely that the same doubts they have about themselves when maybe they have ideas and they want to do things, they're going to bring that doubt to you as well, right? Of course, it's good to have a realistic approach to things sometimes, but it's important that you don't have friends around you that are bringing you down. When you have an idea or when you want to think about it, they're not the ones that are telling you all the things that can go wrong. They're instead telling you all the things that could go right. They're instead telling you, you know what, your dream is not even big enough. You could do and achieve so much more than that. Also, if you think about it, you are who you surround yourself by. So if your friends also are people that don't have that self-confidence, don't do the things that they say they're going to do. Maybe you've both been saying that you're going to focus on your fitness goals for the next year, but when it comes to it, you both haven't been doing that. It's very easy for you guys to feed into each other with excuses because you're both the same, right? For me, if I know one of my friends have a serious goal and I know that that could have a positive effect on their life, and I see them constantly making excuses and not doing the things that aligns with their goal, please believe I'm going to be telling their ass, okay? And my friends can vouch for me, I'm sure, from watching this video, that I am going to be checking them in the best way and from a place with love. But if I was someone that also was saying I wanted to do things and wasn't doing them, to almost comfort myself, I'm gonna make it feel like it's okay for them to make those excuses, and those excuses are valid for them not living up to your goals. So I want you to evaluate your circle, because as you grow, you are going to lose some friends, but something I've learned in the last few years is that you are also going to make some amazing friends that you need in your life. The friends that are going to empower you, the friends that are going to support you, motivate you, check you when it's needed, and not just tell you the things that you want to hear. Sometimes you need to hear the things that you need to hear instead of what you want to hear. So to conclude this video for you ladies today, I want you to remember, this can be your year. And truly, your actions come from how much you believe in yourself that you can actually do it. How much you think your vision board or your goals that you've written down for this year are actually achievable. If you've created this vision board, but in your soul, you don't see that being your life. In your soul, you're like, oh, this is just goals. This is something that can't actually be my reality. that is going to be the thing that holds you back. So everything starts with your mindset. It starts with you believing in yourself. It starts with you showing up and doing the things that you say you're going to do, building that self-confidence, making sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are going to lift you, that are going to hold you accountable, and that are going to empower you on your journey as well. So if you're new here, do make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our future videos, because we are all in this space together. This is a safe space. As I'm telling you guys this, I'm telling myself this as well. This year for me is a transformative year. I'm trying to do different, be different, look different at the end of this year, and it all starts with these small steps. So like I said, we're all in this together. Comment down if there's anything that resonated with you from this video, or maybe if there's any tips that you feel like I'd missed. And as always, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next video.